Welcome to episode 3 of Project BETI, everyone! I'm so excited to finally put this thing together and finish it and release it before the end of the year. Yeah! But before we get the episode started, I want to make a special announcement. If you haven't already, go check out my sponsors who have been supporting this project and my Instagram, The Wheel Bros, Japanese Muscle, Foreign Fury, and JD Make. Don't forget to check out everybody in the description below. Use my discount code, 20-second discount, and 20-second CC. All the information will be in the description below, and I'll throw it on the screen here because I probably forgot what it was. These guys make some awesome long sleeve shirts, jackets, hoodies, hats, all that sort of awesome goody stuff. So don't forget to wear something warm this year. If you're looking for some really dope merch, go check out their stuff. And without further ado, let's get this episode started, shall we? Alright, so now that we got back from the intro screen, thank you Mike for creating that for me. The first thing we're going to start with this episode is installing the quick release snaps on the old bumper. Now if you guys haven't seen my vlog on what happened to the car, go check it out. I think I'll leave it in the eyeball up here in the top. A couple months back I actually had an accident and I hit a deer. And it kind of ruined my old headlight. It cracked the bottom of it and it bent my fender all out of whack, and it also put a hole in my old bumper. And after that incident, I couldn't get my bumper to stay on. Tape wasn't being strong enough because every time it rains, the tape falls off again. My bumper starts flapping and flapping and flipping. So I came up with an idea. I researched on Amazon these quick release snaps. They're like little buttons. So I'm gonna just grab like a pack of 2 of them, 2 for each side. So click, 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 click. And then I can just release the bumper that way instead of having to glue it back on, tape it back on, or zip tie it back on or whatever. If you guys are looking for some really strong snaps and you want to try this idea out, I'll leave the information in the description below. There will be a list, I guess you can call it a grocery list in the description of all the parts and where I got them from. With using these snaps, it was a lot easier to switch between the old bumper and the new bumper. With this idea with the snaps, this way I could switch between the old and the new bumper. So let's say I'm going on vacation and it requires a road trip to take my car for whatever reason. I want to be able to throw the crap bumper back on instead of using the new one that we worked so hard on. So let's cut to the past of me and Zander installing the snaps. It's a very, I guess you could say, a very easy / difficult and stressful part of the project because we had some sacrifices on the way. You'll see what I mean in the footage here. Let's go back in time to, was it 5 months ago, I think? Yeah, I think 5 months ago. Alright, so we're in the garage now. I got my buddy Zander with me. Say hi.
Drop your hat.
Thanks, sir. These are going to be the quick latches or quick releases that I'm going to be using. Quick, what are you laughing?
The quick latches.
Stop it! The quick latches that will be released.
Goes in the wheel wall?
That goes in the wheel wall. But these are super strong, and I went with these instead of the rubber bands because the rubber bands will start to deteriorate over time, and they're not very long lasting, so they'll start tearing apart, they'll rip. But yeah, these are a lot better. They're super strong, and all I gotta do is just do that, and then I can just snap them back onto like that, exactly. We're gonna go ahead and start on this side of the car since this is the only problem I have to fix, and then we'll move to the other side. But it should be a good day. Let's get to it. Make it look like I'm actually knowing what I'm doing here. What are you laughing at?
That's good.
No, that's good. Oh. Okay. I can barely get back there.
We can probably shave it a little bit.
Let me get the headlight out of the way. It's too deep, so it's gonna hit the shaft just a little bit here on the bottom of the, you know what I mean? So what I think we need to do is take these off, lift this off the shaft, or the hole that we found, right? And so that way we can be able to shave it down, and that way the screw will fit on there, and we can be able to use the washers to make sure it's not going.
And that's the end of sexual innuendos with Zander.
You're supposed to keep a straight face throughout the whole damn thing. He's over here laughing. I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm being serious, guys. I'm being totally serious. He's. How did that break?
You know what wouldn't help?
What?
You have it going out, not in.
Oh.
Bruh.
Oops. All right. So after I think an extra hour, it took us to kind of line everything up.
About 2 drill bits.
Yeah, the drill bits broke. You want to use something that can stay on the inside of the bumper when you go to line everything up. So I had some copper lubricant left over, and it's just this copper color that actually can stand out than black. So all I had was black detailing paint. 1, 2, 3. Hey, it worked. Cool. I don't know about that. That's a little bit. Don't mess me up. I swear to God, I would be so pissed. So I don't lose my. Oh yeah, that's Tyler.
That's Tyler?
Fixed.
You're gonna need a wet bender whole front bumper. And
Wow. That works perfectly. Get these. That'll solve some fender bender problems right there. Well, because it's flinging all over my face. I'm trying to get this little nib back. I got 2 of them stuck here because I can't get the bumper off if it's connected to the mud, the weeble wah.
The muff what?
The what did you say?
The muff.
The muff. The exhaust.
The muffets?
The exhaust is connected to the muffler.
The muff what?
The muffler?
There you go.
Alright, so we finally got this bumper off. Scared the. He's drilling his ass right now, so whatever. I've already marked the holes in this, so we can be able to mirror it exactly how the other side is. Okay, so now we're back in the future with me. Is my camera focused? Is that focused? It better be. So now that we got the snaps on the old bumper, that problem was fixed. We're gonna move on to the new bumper and start working on that. First thing we did for it was cutting out the vents. I wanted to do some kind of unique design with it instead of just throwing it on the car and, you know, sanding it down and throwing it on. No, I actually wanted to have some functionality to it. Looking at the way it was built, there's these 2 vents on the bottom that look like they're inverted hood scoops. And I came up with an idea where I was like, okay, why don't we make these open vents, make them functional so that we can have some air induction, especially if it's the summertime here in Florida. It gets really hot. I mean hot, humid, nasty, sweaty.
Nasty.
This way, the bumper's just not gonna be for looks. there's some practicality to it. There's some actual realism why I selected this bumper, because it has vents and a big huge vent in the middle to cool the engine down. So let's jump to the past, and then following that we're gonna jump a little bit more down the line. I think it was a month later where we started working on the snaps on that bumper, and also started sanding down a little bit of where some parts of the bumper didn't fit right, mainly the headlights, and a little bit where the engine bay, the part of the engine bay bits are gonna stick on. Yeah.
We're going to take care of these little edges just gently enough so we get it up to almost that line, and then we'll take the sander on it and try to sand that down a little bit. Okay. That go in your face. What? What?
Why they made me jump? It's just.
There we go. Get out of that corner real quick. Or it kept walking.
I think once I probably take the sponge there, that little fiberglass fuzz will probably come off.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's towards the end of the day, and this is the end result. I think my friend did a fantastic job on these. Shout out to my friend. His Instagram will be right here where my finger is, and also in the description below. But it's been I didn't get all the footage, because most of it was just sanding and all that stuff, trying to get that thing to look really nice. We got it down to just hand sanding now, which I'm going to do a little later, just to kind of get some of the rest of the fuzz out of there because of the fiberglass. But other than that, that turned out really, really damn good. There's, like I said, there's still a little bit of fuzz there. Some of that is from when we were wiping it down a little bit with the fiber rag. And then the rest of it is just because of the fiberglass behind that. But that all can be hand sanded, no problem. Next up, we got to figure out how we're going to do those latches. Or the quick releases, whatever you want to call it. Now that we got the vents already taken care of, I want to give a huge thanks to my friend. Check out his Instagram, which is right above my head. His link will be in the description below. He has an awesome Veloster build. I want you guys to go check it out, go support him. He's put a lot of effort into this project, and he was a huge helping hand in it as well. A couple of days, actually I should say a week or two after this, it was hard for us to get together to work on the bumper again, so I figured, okay, let me go ahead and order my brand new headlights. Because I wanted to get the old ones off of there, because one of them was broken and the other one was starting to get cracked up as well. So with the passing 2 weeks after the vents, my headlights came in. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the headlights on. This way I have some functioning, headlights again, some brand new ones, and I can take the old ones off of there. So let's go ahead, go back in time of me installing the brand new headlights. And then after that, we'll come back here, and then we'll jump a little bit further down after that, going right back to working on the bumper again, which is all the sanding and all the fitments and configuring a way to install it onto the car. All right, we're transitioning back in time. Wait, sure, we'll use this. I don't know what month it is. It's 07/2019. Ready? moving on. So we worked from the middle part of the bumper outwards. That way everything in the center is going to be mounted the way we wanted. And then we can work on the fitments for the sides and where the headlights were going to be. Because since the bumper was warped and there's a lot of fiberglass kind of making it like thick and bulky and wacky and all that, there was a lot of sanding that had to go on behind the scenes here. So I try to get a little bit of it, but not too much, so it's boring for you guys to watch. But let's just say there was a lot of that, a lot of sanding, grinding, sweat and tears and blood that went into getting that thing the way, getting that thing to fit the way it's supposed to. So let's jump a little bit back in time now. Ugh, I feel like I'm like Marty McFly jumping back to the future or something. Or what? Jumping to the past and then coming back here to explain what in the hell is happening in the previous footage, as said in this footage. Does that make any sense? Alright, for this next transition, we need to do something original. Okay. Oh, wait, here. Jumping back in time in 3, 2, 1. So I think right there. Yeah, that'll work. Hey, nice job, bro. That'll work, right? Uh-oh. Staying clear.
Hey!
Staying clear.
No, it's actually sticking.
Oh, good. Okay, that actually works. No! What'd you do, drop the screw?
I dropped both of them down.
Yeah. Went out to the hardware store, got some nuts, got some bolts, some rubber washers, and we're gonna make some, what did you just do? Nuts, washers, a rubber washer underneath each one of these so it doesn't break the bumper. Oop. And I got these metal brackets, so, whoa, I forgot it's undone. These metal brackets can hook up to the factory mounts here, which is kind of nice. From here to here, and that was the idea. So this way we can bolt them off and switch from this bumper to the old bumper, and it makes the process so much quicker and easier. So it's kind of like switching out a cool race bumper, right, Zander?
What?
Never
Sorry,
mind.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's all good. Thus far, we got the center part of this car, at least of this bumper, lined up perfectly so everything works, it stays put, it's strong. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install the snaps on this side for the passenger, and then we're going to go ahead and line up this side. I didn't film all the parts where we were sanding this whole thing, so it's kind of boring to watch. So I just skipped kind of ahead to where we are now with the brackets, the screws and the bolts, rubber washers, and we're going to go ahead and do the passenger side with the snaps. That way that part's done, and you just scraped my bruh.
Well, it's not painted, is it? Also, learn to say bumper.
Don't do it! Zander! There ain't no racing stripe. Wow. Look at that, guys. That looks awesome. And it's sturdy. Wow. Not bad, man. I mean, it's gonna have a little bit of a gap here, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's not hitting anything. That's another thing I gotta check for is it hitting anything? It doesn't look like it is. All right, ready for a real test? Let's make sure it's sturdy. Yeah!
Oh my god!
Yeah! It's definitely sturdy and not acting. Looks really good. Now, as you can see, it's obviously not perfect, but that's because of my screwed up fender, which I am gonna get a new fender so then this whole thing can line up the right way. There's a little bit of a gap here too. So we're gonna take a couple heat guns, see if we can bend this just a little bit, so that way this can sit a little bit more flush. Yeah, same thing for a little bit here. It's a little bit off, but it does sit flush down here. Everything else lines up. Just so that, you know, if you do get this bumper, it's gonna take a lot of work to get it all doing this. And you can kind of make up your own way to get it to fit the car. Like we use brackets, we use heat guns, we use the snap idea.
If you have to deal with this, don't forget to always stay fresh.
Yep, always stay fresh with some lemony scented threes. Threes? I think a little bit off camera, I'm gonna kind of shave these vents just a little bit more.
Oh God, it's so strong!
I see you over there.
There you go.
What you doing?
Fire.
Fire?
There's a fire.
Definitely check out my Instagram, by the way, on behind the scenes pictures of everything that we've done to this car. I like this a lot. Very few people have this bumper, and I can kind of understand why, because there's a lot of flaws trying to get this thing installed on a car. Moving past all the flaws, if you know how to work your way around a bumper like this, I mean, obviously you can see just a little bit of imperfections. It is a little bit warped, and it's kind of hitting the bash bar there. I think we'll shave that down just a tiny bit too, just so it doesn't hit anything. It's not hitting the headlights, so we worked around that as well. Other than that, what do you think, Zander? Looks pretty much ready to be painted? I agree with that. Alrighty folks, let me get back to working on this. Well, let me do a quick transition to where we're gonna go next. Okay, so now we're in the future again. A lot of work went into it. A lot of silliness too, as you probably saw in the footage. But we were able to get all the things we needed done to get that thing to fit perfectly. Very flush, very fitted. Like a nice brand new pair of slim jeans. So while I was waiting for the bumper to be painted, I just dropped it off a few days after those footages were taken. My grill actually came in, so I went ahead and started working on the grill. After that, threw everything on together. All right, for this next transition, in order to go back to where we were working on the accessories for the front bumper, I need your guys' help. I need to figure out how to jump back in time without having to cut in the middle of this video. All right, so here's the grill. Haven't opened it up. It actually just arrived. Same thing as did a brand new roll of the Easy Lip stuff that I've used before on the first bumper. Both of these came in. Let's go ahead and open it, shall we? Excuse me. Actually, definitely grab the thing of this stuff. This will help install the grill for you. Ooh, cool. It even comes with instructions. Now I bought. Excuse me. Now I bought oh wow. That is awesome. I bought a thinner slotted one because the one that I had that came with the bumper was a little bit too big. Here's the one that came with the bumper, so you can kind of tell the hole size here is a little bit smaller, which I wanted to be smaller because this way, you know, bugs and critters and all that stuff when I'm driving, you know, doesn't get thrown inside and stuck to the radiator and all that. This is kind of cool. Go check out these guys on their Instagram called customgrills.com. See which one you want to put on your car. They have a whole variety of different selections, both silver and black, diamond to polygons to hexagons, the whole 9 yards. I think they even have parallel lines as well. Go check it out, see what fits your car. So now I'm gonna just take this. So this is the bottom one. Excuse me, I'm just gonna go ahead and measure this up, kind of go corner to corner real quick, and just kind of measure it to the best of my ability. Okay, and then just like take a Sharpie and measure it and cut it there. Now this whole side on that will be for the side vents, which gives me plenty of room. So I have one square here and one square over there, square, and then this will be top and bottom. But let's go ahead and measure this up. Should be pretty easy. The only tool I have to cut it is this. I don't know if it'll work, but we can try it. It's a wire cutter. arm workout. There's the bottom and there's the top. Now I actually cut up a few more sections, what was left of it. So I have like another long rectangle here, maybe to replace this one day, or I have a couple other squares. So I know one of them is gonna be for the side vents, and then I'll use maybe another one for something else. But it's nice, I got a big sheet of it so I can use it for multiple different things. But I also bought this with it. This is gonna help install it onto the bumper itself. It's kind of like super glue, but this is specifically for grills. Instructions, hey, thank you for purchasing our awesome grill stuff. So go check those guys out. Comes with also a free decal sticker, which I like collecting, and a business card. There you go. So that's just ready to be installed. Also, I forgot to mention, go check out their installation video of how they were able to install all of their grills. You can see it in the link in the description below, right underneath where their Instagram and their website is. Once you select whatever grill you want, it'll show you a tutorial video of how to install whatever grill that you ordered. It's pretty dope, actually. Oh, hey, welcome back again. So now you've seen all the mess, all the blood, sweat, tears, everything fell into place as planned, sort of. And now I think we're ready to finally, fully reveal the completion of this masterpiece. Now keep in mind, a lot of this footage that was recorded was over the course of 5 to 6 months. That's how long it took for us to get this thing to fit right, get all the brackets, get it painted, get the accessories, get everything mashed together, get everything glued, change clothes, all that stuff. If you guys haven't been following my Instagram, please do so. This way you can be able to catch up on any behind the scenes pictures I would be taking on future projects, or if you want to see some really special hidden secret-y little pictures of the next part of this project, go check out my Instagram at 22ndcc. Alright, let's head over to the park, grab some footage, some pictures for the grams, and reveal the finished product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I certainly did, and this was quite the experience trying to get everything you see onto this car. Like I said, this took course, I think, over the course of 5 or 6 months to sand everything, get all the pieces together. I decided not to go with the Raptor claws on this because of the fact that I don't want to add too many things to it, because it'll kind of defeat the purpose of a very simple, very easy, very clean sort of build that I want for this car. By the time you're seeing this video, it is Christmas Day, and like I said, we were going to finish this car before the end of the year, and I actually got it done just in time for Christmas Day. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. There will be a vlog in the future coming out, just as a New Year's resolution. I know I haven't uploaded a whole lot this year, and it's kind of sad on my part because I've been so focused on this that I hadn't had the time to write anything else out as far as scripts go for short films or guitar covers, anything in that nature. I am going to take a very, very long, stress-free break from the car project for a little bit. I've been too focused on it, and I need a refresher. I need to put my mind on something else, like my computer, for example. Thank you guys so much for the massive support. Don't forget to check out the Wheel Bros, Japanese Muscle, Foreign Fury, JD Make, and all of my friends who have helped out in this project build. Everybody and all the parts I've used will be in the description below. There will be a grocery list full of it. and the Instagram tags for everybody else down there as well. Have a fantastic 2019 celebration, New Year's, Merry Christmas, happy fun times, and I'll see you goons in episode 4, whenever that is.